Hey guys, happy Wednesday. As everybody knows, I just got back from a mini trip to Arizona for the national championship. And today on Coffee and Conversation, we're going to be going over a little bit about creating a vision. This exercise might be a little bit long for you specifically, depending on the person. But for me, I have a pretty clear vision of what I want to be and what I want to accomplish in life. So, the end part of the exercise was a little bit difficult for me. I'm reading School of Greatness, and in the first part of the book, it says people are capable at any time of their lives of doing what they dream of. And that is so true. At any point, at any stage in the game, we have coaches on our team, and this would obviously a lot of this stuff relates to me and my coaching aspect and also my digital marketing aspect of my businesses because that's what I do, but it obviously can go in any shape, form of any dream, so forth as my mom who wanted to become a photographer was in her 40s, sorry mom, by the time she worked up enough courage to do it. So at any point, any stage in the game, at any age, can you truly do what you ever have dreamed of doing. So that's number one. Number two, it talks about letting your vision be your identity. So a great quote that I love from that is going to be, you become what you envision yourself being. And you got to turn that telescope around, as he says. So in exercise one, what we did is you need, it's called a COA, and if you read the book, you'll 100% know what I'm talking about. But you need to envision what your ultimate goal is going to be. You write down that goal, you frame it, hang it somewhere. Mine's posted pretty much all over my house on sticky notes. But the number one place that I look at stuff in the morning is while I'm brushing my teeth. It's kind of like my woo-saw moment, I guess you could so to speak. It gives brushing my teeth allows me to just think about my day, think about my goal. What am I going to do to get to my goal by that date that I had set it to? Because it's not just a goal, it's a goal with the date that you have to accomplish it by. And then from that point, what we did was we did our PDI. And when you read the book, The School of Greatness, you'll know exactly what I'm doing. I planned out my perfect day. And that was very easy for me. My perfect day is waking up in Hawaii, doing a little bit of paddleboarding, and checking in with all my businesses at the first half of the morning, and then going for, work for an hour, maybe two, tops, and then kind of go about my day and do activities outside, and then play a little bit of basketball later that evening, and be in bed by 9:30. I'm not a night owl. I truly love sleep. It allows me to focus and allows me to take action towards my goals. So I won't go in detail exactly verbatim what my perfect day is. If you're on my team, you probably already know what my perfect day is. But ultimately, my goal is to be in Hawaii, and that goal hopefully happens a lot sooner than later. Fingers crossed. Even if it's, a couple months here and there, I'm okay with that until I can financially afford to move it over there for good. And then my third exercise is the PPD. And again, if you read The School of Greatness, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the book I'm reading, and this is just the first chapter. So it is a inner growth book that allows you to take action steps to live out the true life that you truly envision for yourself. And one of the best quotes that he has ever written in this book, I think for me personally, is don't let your bruised ego get the best of you, because your vision is bigger than your ego. So, give you an idea of what PPD is, not to go so far in depth in the book, is personal principles. My PPD is to always give my best, be there for my family, service others around me, tenacity, and to be humble. When you set your principles, they're the tools that serve you along your journey to get you to the ultimate goal that you want to accomplish. And then from there, you write your statement plan. It gives you verbatim exactly what you want to stand for, who you are, what you are, who you are, and what you want to become, and who you want to stand for. What your vision is for not only yourself, your family, but I think the best part about one of the book aspects of the books is for the world. What do you want to provide to the universe? And then obviously you give your, declaration, your principles of declaration, and then you do your goal setting. And obviously your goal setting can be anything, but in all these categories, not just relationships, not just business, but family, relationships, business, money, health, recreation, spiritual, and inner growth. One of the number one things I think people, myself included, I didn't think I need personal development when I worked in the automotive industry. I thought that I guess I had it all figured out, but I was way wrong. Since starting coaching and starting to decide that I need personal growth. And I've always been really interested in very successful people. It's just something that even at a young age, I looked up to Mia Hamm. I looked up to Randy Chastain. I looked up to Hulk Hogan. I looked up to The Rock. I looked up to all these different people. It wasn't until probably high school that I started looking up to very successful people in business. And then when I started out in the automotive industry, I had she probably doesn't know that she was my mentor, but she ran a very successful car dealership, car organization with her family. And from that moment on, I was gravitated to her and what she has done, not only for herself, not only for her marriage, not only for her kids, but the lifestyle that she gives back so much to other people. And I know she had a huge mentor, which was her father. And I know that was his, big thing, is to give back to others as well. So for me, I needed to create this outline, which this book has helped me, of what I want to accomplish within a year or the next 5 years or whatever it is, and then write my statement out to myself with a date. And just to give you an idea of what it states is, I will need to be dedicated. I need to be focused on my vision and not derail. Show support to my teams, my challengers, and my businesses. And then I have to write that out for each and every one of them. And that's kind of, creating the vision that you definitely, depending on the life that you want to live. I know most people on my team have big ambitions and big goals, and, we set high goals. Some people come to me and they're like, hey, this is my goal. But I'm like, can't you do bigger? Don't you want to do bigger? And then it makes them think, and then they think about a bigger goal. One of the big things in this book, at the end of each chapter, it gives you a coaching tip. So coming from a sports-oriented world where my mentor was my uncle, and was from the time I was a young person till probably up to high school, he coached me throughout my whole soccer career. He always coached us. And even though he still coaches us to this day, which is awesome. And I'm very, very lucky that I got to, not only grow up with my cousins, but I got to grow up with my family surrounded by me, to give me the fundamentals that I needed for later in life. And it truly is his coaching tips at the end of the book truly are impactful. Your life certainly does matter, and so do your dreams. But the only way your dreams are going to come into full effect is if you take action towards those dreams. And I think the number one thing that you need to do is to create a vision for yourself, to accomplish that dream that you have, that ultimate dream that you have. Just like if, a lot of us have kids. I'm not one of them that have kids, but I know when my nieces and nephews, if they ever come to me, that's the first step I'm going to point them in the direction to. And same thing with my sister. When she graduated, college, the first thing I said to her is, you accomplished a huge, huge, huge goal for yourself that you set out. She's the first person in her family to graduate from a 4-year university as well as playing sports. And she got a job right out of college, which is amazing. But it's to soak it all in, and then you need to go to the next big goal and to dream big, just like she dreamed big for that. So I hope this helped everybody on our little coughing conversation. It was a little bit longer than anticipated. I am gearing up for my next video, which is going to be all about strengths and weaknesses. I'm just waiting to hear back from a couple people that I've reached out to from my past. So I'm looking forward to seeing their results. But if you do have any questions, please post them below about this. And the book I'm reading, as you guys all know, is School of Greatness by Lewis Howes. It's a great book. Get it on Amazon. And no, I don't get paid or anything to say that. It's just a really good book that's been helping me out, and I want to share with you guys. Have a great Wednesday.